Okay, so about transcription. We had a couple questions about this, but first of all, the big picture. So, wait a minute. Okay. So first of all, what is the goal of the transcription? The goal of the transcription is to create the mRNA. Simple like that. But why do we need the mRNA? The mRNA is needed later in translation. And the translation is creating of the polypeptides, usually proteins. So we have DNA. The information about all of the proteins is stored in the DNA. But mRNA is a mediator, generally. It's a messenger, to be more precise, of this process. Yes, so we can't get information straight from the DNA to the proteins. We need mRNA in this. Why? And what we need to use in order to achieve all of what we want. First of all, in order for transcription to start, some of you already mentioned this process called expression. Expression is all of these steps needed to get the protein created from the gene. So the first process that can be regulated is whether the transcription would happen or not. It's very good. So for example, transcription would not happen if we would not uncoil the DNA. So whether the enzyme that is responsible for the transcription, so the RNA polymerase, would start transcription or not depends, for example, whether we would have uncoiled DNA, whether whether this enzyme would be able to attach to the single-stranded DNA. And this is of course controlled by the DNA itself and all of the enzymes here. So this is the first prerequisite. Later we need to have this enzyme here, with also things like the promoters and other things that you'll get me in other questions. Then we have the pre-mRNA. Pre-mRNA gets later into mRNA. About this would be also next question. And so what next needs to happen with mRNA in order to be useful? First of all, ribosomes are generally outside of the cell nucleus. So this mRNA needs to get out of the nucleus. So it needs to be transported out. And it needs also to survive this transportation. What else? What is a characteristic for RNA that is good for this? RNA is typically single-stranded. Yes, DNA is double-stranded. RNA is typically single-stranded. And this single strand, in this case, is very, very efficient way to do things. Because you know that DNA is double-stranded in order to perceive information, in order for the information to be safer, because we have two copies of it. But mRNA is short-lived molecule. Yes, it is created on the basis of the very stable DNA, and it will be used quickly and die. Yes, so it does not need to be stable. The single strand is enough, and we use far less energy to create single strand than the double strand. It's also easier to transport it. Okay. So, and of course, the mRNA is needed for the ribosomes to create the proteins. Thank you.